All right, hello and welcome to Oceanside Library's virtual art reception for October. So excited to introduce our new artists. We're going to begin with our resident artists and then move on to our featured artist. So before I begin, just want to make sure, is Victoria here? She's our teen artist. I would love to show her work. All right, that's okay. We just wanted to make sure. So we will begin with our adult resident artists. First one for today. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't introduce one of the most important people as part of this project. So Jamie Albanese, who is here with us today, she is our tech librarian and the creator of OceansideLowerLevel.com. Because of her, we can capture the exhibits. Because of her, we can capture the exhibits that we usually have inside the library on an online platform and give our artists.
Hi, it's Aunt Mo. Why is my video stopped?
It's probably frozen. That sometimes has to do with bandwidth, Aunt Mo. Okay, so I'm sorry, I forgot where I was. So Jamie put together this wonderful website, which can, give our artists this wonderful platform to show their work. And I'm going to start with Emily Rosenthal. Emily, if you want to come on and you can unmute yourself. Emily has a mixed media presentation here for us called Lands of Imagination. Takes the viewer on an adventure through fantastic scenarios, drops them in media res, and asks them to imagine the story that each scene is a part of. Mixed media techniques bring life to imagery that evokes cartoons and picture books, leading the viewer into the narrative. Let's start with the first one.
Hi. Yes, so my name's Emily. Hi. I'm an illustrator by training, so my work is always narrative focused, and the idea here was to start sort of thinking about how I could distill a story within one image, and to that extent get the reader, or in this case the viewer, thinking about how they would sort of imagine the story continuing. There's always the idea, and I mention it to my students a lot, is of the page turn, which is to say getting a reader to want to turn the page. And in this case, there is no next page besides scrolling through to other pictures, but I wanted to create a sort of concept of having the reader continue the story within their own mind. If you want to click through it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a lot of my work is very much fantasy themed or focused. I believe sort of in the transformative powers of storytelling and the limitless potential. And sort of as a result, there's kind of a focus on the world of possibilities out there and things that aren't real mixed with sort of the realistic concepts that we are familiar with to ground the stories. In particular, I have a lot of interest in stories that talk about aspects of identity in a way that integrates them into more fantastic kinds of landscapes. And as far as technique, it is a mixed media. I ink traditionally with a brush pen, and then I usually play around in Photoshop for coloring, and frequently use techniques that involve layering to give something of a screen printed effect sometimes.
You could really see that with this one.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, exactly. This is a good example to leave that on. Yeah, so that's the gist of my work.
Oh, it's so creative. And I think it's so cool that you're a resident artist tonight, and then later we're going to get to Andrew's work, because storytelling is definitely a theme tonight, and you'll see that later in Andrew's artwork. I think that's some of the best kind of artwork. Like you said, it's almost like when you're reading a book, it's taking the reader through a story. And I mean, for a library exhibit, I think that's perfect as well. So I think you fit in perfectly to our gallery. Oh, thank you so much, Emily. And I think you answered my question, but because you said you use the like the graphic, what did you call the brush?
It's a brush pen.
Brush pen. And is that like on your iPad and your computer? What?
It's a literal pen. I actually have one right here. Basically, it's excuse me, the tip's stuck. The tip is a brush like you'd see with a paintbrush, and then the part attached is an ink cartridge that's replaceable. And you can get them in different sizes, different colored inks, all that kind of stuff.
Wow. And then when you bring it onto the computer, it has that graphic quality. That's so amazing. I really thought you did this on the computer. It was like graphic art.
Oh, I appreciate that.
That's really cool. Yeah. Thank you so much, Emily. That's wonderful. And thank you so much for participating in our gallery.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right. So moving on to our next resident artist, we have Kathleen Kravata. And her exhibit is called I Used to Go Places. It's a watercolor exhibit. Last winter, she devoted some time to make a hobby of watercolor painting. She painted scenes and things from places that she enjoyed visiting in the past. During the COVID lockdown, her world became smaller and she became more present in the moment. At that time, she began painting things around her at her home. There's no place like home, and there's no time like now. Well said, Kathleen. You want to come on and let us unmute yourself?
Yep.
Let us know about your work. Hi, Kathleen.
Kathleen here. This is an example from Riverhead. But I wanted, as we go through these, to tell you about how I got into watercolor painting. I went on a tour with a group of friends to an art event in the city where various artists opened their studios and let people in just to see what that was like and to show off their art and obviously sell it. Wow. So we didn't wind up buying art, but we met a wonderful watercolor artist, and one of my friends got into this deal to get watercolor lessons. And it was I tagged along, and it was a wonderful experience for me. And it just brought me to a whole other world of seeing what people do with watercolor and seeing what people do in the city and studios. So it was a lot of fun.
That is such a cool experience. Oh, wow. I'm so happy that inspired you too. Can you name some of the cool artists that you met that you got to go in their studio?
Yeah, well, I took lessons with an artist called Pamela Casper, and I started taking lessons with her again this month because I want to get back into it and, just kind of try different things and be more creative.
That's a great idea. Well, and I think it's worked very well for you. I mean, look at these watercolor paintings. This is amazing. This is a porcelain basin at Yellowstone National Park. Beautiful.
Thank you.
We have here.
And that's my son. One of the things that I wanted to portray with these pictures was, as I said, we went to all these different places, and I used to paint the memories of those things, and it was pleasant for me. This is art that I made more for me, but my perspective is changing. A lot of things have changed lately.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. Ooh, this one really looks it almost looks like a photo.
Thanks. And this, obviously in California, we went there 2 years ago and it was completely dry. I can't even imagine what they're going through right now.
Yeah, that's very true. Me too. My heart goes out to California. It's been so tragic. Ooh, the hydrangeas. Yeah, at least they did have a good year. It almost lasted 2 months, the hydrangea season. It was so wonderful around the neighborhood.
Yeah, I was afraid I was going to crash my car looking at everybody's hydrangeas drive down the block.
Yeah, and as a homeowner this year, I learned all about the pH balance of the soil and how that affects their color. So I used to think you just buy the hydrangea and you buy the color that you want, but apparently there's so much goes into, depending on the color that you want, you could really control it, which I think is so cool. That's why you get sometimes a pink and purple one, the mixed ones.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot about flowers. That was what I did during this COVID summer. I did a lot of planting.
I'm going to have to learn that too. Thanks.
This one's beautiful. Well, yeah, thank you so much, Kathleen. This was wonderful work, and thank you for being a part of our gallery.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. So now we go to our grand finale, our featured artist, Andrew Declara. Let me pull up his featured collection here. All right, selected illustrations from The House with a Clock in Its Walls. So Andrew's process for creating illustrations involves selecting a book, then developing a detailed illustration for every page of the book. One page is read at a time, prompting visual output. His illustrations for each page create a more interactive storytelling experience. So this is where I said our theme is perfect for tonight. The process is a unique way to represent the story. The book he is currently illustrating is the juvenile mystery fiction novel, The House with a Clock in Its Walls from 1973 by the American author John Bellairs. So yeah, this is amazing work. Let's start here with the first one. And you know, just to start us off, what character is this from the novel?
Louis.
Louis. Nice. And it looks like he's on a bus looking out the window.
Yes.
And it really does tell a story. I can see that here. The moon. Oh, and tonight we all should be looking out at the moon tonight.
Uncle
Great. Uncle Jonathan, nice. Oh, and I like how you even, you know, you really represented his hair color here too, from top for his arms. This is great.
Oh, it's so hairy.
Yes, yeah. Oh, great. Oh, it looks he's got a magic lamp.
On the card.
Oh, he's in bed reading a book. Again, loving the library themes that the artists have included in the gallery.
Old door. Old cracked door.
The old cracked door. Nice.
Maybe the dimensions.
Ooh, looks like he's looking out the window, looking at someone running. Sunrise or a sunset there. It's beautiful work.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful. Looking out at a pyramid, looks like, and a beautiful red bird.
It's dark, but luckily Uncle Jonathan has a flashlight.
Oh, this is great. And the way you made the flashlight look too, you're really, we're in the setting. You really painted the picture here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful work.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we have here?
Oh, telling a scary story.
And you could see that in his face. You really portrayed that very well in the character in Louis.
About the warlock.
Oh, the warlock. Look at that.
Oh my God, scary creature from out the window.
Yes, and perfect for Halloween time. I'm loving the themes here.
Ah!
It's great. We've got a hand coming out of the shelf there. And you did the shadowing. The shadowing is great in this piece of artwork here.
But that hand belongs to Mrs. Zimmerman.
This is Zimmerman. Nice. She looks like a nice character. She doesn't look like she would be too scary. Oh, she's got a clock. Very nice. Oh, maybe she's telling them time's up.
And there is Louis's best friend, Tarby, but with bandaged arm because his arm was broken.
Oh, that's too bad. But you portrayed it really well.
That's why he had an accident with his arm.
Oh, okay. Oh, and we've got here, he's dreaming. Daydreaming. Very nice. Wow, you portrayed this so well.
About daydreaming about Uncle Jonathan juggling the moons.
Oh, he's juggling the moons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I like how you did the lights in this night scene. Really cool.
Harvey is teasing.
Oh, great. This is Uncle Jonathan again in the library, it looks like.
Pouring the water in the fountain. Oh, no, the bird bath. Yeah.
Oh, the bird bath. Nice. And also the night scene. I like how we know what time of day it is in all of the pictures. Oh, that was the last one. Hold on, let me just spend some more time on that.
Yeah.
I like how you portrayed that, Andrew. Really, really well done. And now Andrew, he's worked with his art teacher, Neil and Falvey, who's here tonight. Neil, if you want to come on. You guys did such wonderful work together.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for coming on, Neil. And can you guys tell me, why did you, or Andrew or Neil, why did you choose this book? Was it meaningful to you?
Allow me to introduce myself then.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, hi there. I am Andrew Declara. I am excited that we are all here on Zoom together tonight.
Thank you so much for coming, Andrew. It's my pleasure to have you here with us tonight and for you to be our featured artist.
No problem. And I would like to thank some people too.
Go ahead.
Thank you to all the Zoom guests for joining us here so we can enjoy looking at all these great works of art together.
Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. It really is a pleasure. The art reception is one of my favorite programs that we can share together.
And Jamie, thank you for working out all the technology to help us show an artwork here on Zoom. You are an important part of our village.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Andrew. It's really a pleasure to be able to help bring this and bring everyone together, and thank you to Valerie and Neil.
Okay. And also, thanks for helping put together all artists' works and for planning another year where we get to show our works to all the guests. You worked so hard to make this artist show work out this year.
Oh, you're so welcome. That means so much to me, Andrew. Thank you so much. Like I said, it's my pleasure. Art reception is one of my favorite, in the library and virtually. It's one of my favorite programs. We get to bring all these wonderful artists together like yourself.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Hey, Neil. Yeah, okay. And hey, Neil, I am very thankful you are my friend for the past 10 years. And I am glad we met each other when you were my teacher at Hofstra. You are so helpful to me with my artwork. You teach me and you make me and you make sure I express myself in my work. And you are a good friend indeed. I'm very thankful for you. Thank you, Neil.
Oh, thanks, Andrew. You're welcome. And I'm also thankful to have such a good friend.
Well, yeah, that's why we've been seeing each other for 10 years.
I know. It's been a long time.
That's amazing.
Right at the Hofstra, to work at Hofstra.
Yep. I met Andrew teaching a summer animation class at Hofstra.
Oh, yes, I do remember about animation when we were at Hofstra.
That's true. And then we've been working together ever since.
Oh, that's amazing. And even after you moved, Neil, the fact that you guys continue to work together, I think is the coolest. So you guys were even doing this before this pandemic happened. You guys were working virtually, right?
We were ready for remote work.
That's great. And how do you guys do that? How do you work together virtually, through the pandemic?
One last thing, God. I have these flowers for each of you.
Thanks, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, that's beautiful.
Yes.
That's really nice of you.
I'm so touched.
Thanks very much. I hope you guys, I hope everyone enjoys the night.
Oh, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
You're bringing me to tears. That's really so nice.
Oh, don't cry.
Oh, they're happy tears. You're wonderful. Thank you so much.
No.
Oh. So yeah, so you said you guys have worked together for almost 10 years. That's amazing. And do you guys use Zoom and share your screens? How do you guys work together through this?
I could answer that.
Yeah.
We use a couple different things, but we mainly use some of the tools that are built into Apple computers. So we use screen sharing.
Nice.
So I can see Andrew shares his screen with me, and we use Photoshop. And we also use a program called Sketchbook Pro. And I can see his screen, and then we can talk to one another through this, and we can also see each other through video. So
That's cool.
we try and set it up as closely as possible, as if we were still kind of working, next to each other in the same room.
That's so cool. It's so wonderful how technology can, can create this kind of artistic space that you guys can work together. That's really, really cool. And the sketchpad, it's so amazing how it just, it looks like a real drawing. So it captures it really well in all of his drawings, the detail. And like, I was even admiring the lighting that he used, it was really cool. All right.
I'm going to chime in very quickly and just say that I love, one of the things I love about Andrew's work are the facial expressions. You have, like you're saying, the lighting and things which really give a mood, but the attention given to really showing what's happening on their faces and how they're feeling in every moment, I think is really great work.
That's so true, Jamie. Even in this picture, like the eyebrows, the eyes, it's so true. It really brings the storytelling to life. And the shadowing, I was saying that before, is so impressive. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much to Andrew, to Emily, to Kathleen. Okay, I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen here so I can see your faces. This has been, one of the best experiences of my time here at Oceanside Library has been these art receptions. And now that we've brought them virtual, it's made it an even more amazing experience. So I thank you so much to the artists. If anyone has any question for the artists, you can turn your mics on and ask, or you can write in the chat. We'd love to hear your questions or comments, if anyone has anything. No? All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you again to Andrew, Declara, to Emily Rosenthal, and to Kathleen Kravata. You can find their artwork for the rest of October on our virtual gallery. It's oceansidelowerlevel.com. Thank you so much to Jamie for putting this website together. Without you, none of this could be possible. And I thank you so much to everyone for coming.
And if you go to the Oceanside Lower Level, there's also an about the artists page on there that has some links to either social media or their websites. You can check out more of their work.
Thank you. That's true. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations
Yeah, to you, Andrew.
Yes. Oh, you guys are wonderful.
Thank you, guys. That was awesome. Love you.
Great. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. The artwork is fantastic. I
Thank
really
you all
love
very
it.
much. That was
Thank
lovely.
you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Here, let me end the recording.